block the street. I'll just leave my car there. About 20 years ago, back when my wife and I were newly married and just starting out, we were doing everything we could to save money. One of the things that helped us stretch our budget was living in a small apartment that my parents owned, located right next to their house. It wasn't glamorous, but it was cozy, rent-free, and perfect for that early stage of our life together. On a quiet Saturday morning, I had a quick car appointment, just a basic oil change or something equally forgettable. We decided to make a small outing of it. I'd drive my car to the shop, and my wife would follow me in hers so we could go grab breakfast afterward. Nothing dramatic, just a normal weekend plan. But as with many stories that end up here, someone had to inject a little unnecessary chaos. As I drove down the main avenue, traffic was heavier than expected. I made a quick decision to turn down a narrower, parallel one-way street, something of a shortcut I'd taken before. It wasn't the kind of street you'd want to navigate during rush hour, but it was usually quiet and convenient. Except today, it wasn't. As I turned onto the street, I immediately saw the problem. An old beat-up car parked right in the middle, facing the wrong direction. The driver wasn't trying to pull into a driveway or do a quick turnaround. He was just parked there, going against traffic, blocking the entire road like he owned it. In front of him, a car heading the correct way was stuck, horn blaring. The driver shouted, trying to get the guy to move, but the jerk behind the wheel just sat there, calmly tapping his fingers on the steering wheel like this was his own private road. After a few minutes of useless honking and shouting, the stuck driver gave up, angrily, backed out, and disappeared down the street. Now it was my turn. I pulled forward, now face to face with this smug traffic obstruction, and gave a quick honk. He looked at me with the same bored expression and tapped the steering wheel again. He wasn't going anywhere. I looked in my rearview mirror and saw my wife behind me. That's when a little idea started to form in my head. Something wonderfully petty. Without another word, I shut off the engine, got out of the car, locked it, and casually called out a sarcastic good luck, or maybe something a little spicier. I honestly can't remember. I walked back to my wife's car. She looked confused for a second, but once she caught on to the plan, she gave me the biggest grin. She reversed carefully, and we backed our way out to the main road, leaving that guy completely stuck in place behind my parked car. But I wasn't done just yet. We circled around the block, came in from the other end, yes, technically driving the wrong way just for the satisfaction, and parked nearby to observe. And there he was, caught in his own stubborn mess, struggling to maneuver around my vehicle. The only way out was an awkward reverse U-turn combination that had him halfway up on the curb and clearly sweating bullets. Eventually, he managed to angle his car just enough to escape. That's when he spotted us sitting there, watching the whole thing unfold like it was a live-action comedy. His jaw dropped. I rolled down the window, gave a snarky remark, hopped back into my car, and drove off. This time in the correct direction, of course. It was petty, it was simple, but it was also incredibly satisfying. A few weeks later, I saw him again. Same street, same car, this time with his hazard lights on and the hood popped. Clearly, the car had finally given up on him. I slowed as I passed. He must have been flagging cars for help because he started to approach mine. The second he recognized me, I rolled past slowly, gave him a friendly middle finger, and hit the gas. And just last week, while visiting my parents, I noticed something that made me laugh out loud. That same car, yes, the exact same one, is still parked outside his house. 2 decades later, the old clunker is still there. I'd like to think it's broken down more than a few times since our memorable encounter.